Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashton and I'm so glad you have stopped by. Today we are going to be going shopping at HomeGoods to find some good Halloween finds. Now I am a little bit late to the game just because I had a baby, so I've been having to I've been having to navigate newborn life, 5-year-old who's in kindergarten, and all the things in the busy mom life. So I'm a little bit behind with doing this. If you are returning, you will know that I absolutely love decorating. That is my favorite thing to do on this channel, other than document my family growing up. But we are going to hurry and get Halloween done because we will be looking at Christmas next month, which is just wild. With all that being said, I am so glad you're here. Let's go shopping. So one thing I absolutely love about HomeGoods is the variety they have for style. So I feel like you can come into this store and find something that is totally your vibe. So like right here, this is very cutesy stuff and it's totally giving me ideas of how to do Ev's room next year. It's just a little too late in the game for me to spend that much money on, but they have everything from traditional colors to pop colors, cutesy girly stuff, very spooky, calm. It's literally anything you can think of is going to be here. I just love the variety, and like I said, I don't know, it's just such a cool place. Like, I love personally antiquing and going to garage sales, so this makes me feel like I'm basically doing this because I'm just sifting through things that I see on the shelves and, you know, adding too much to my cart. But I so wish I would have gone back and gotten this. It was like a candle holder and this was gorgeous, but I'm not spending $40 on it. Probably would look really good though in our house with all the wood tones. But there's just so much. I loved these disco balls, but ended up putting it back because I don't have anything else in my house like that. But there's just so much. There's baskets, there's like, I love all the different tones of metals. It's just great. Even now, as I look back through the footage, I wish I would have grabbed that ghost with the witch hat. It was so cute, but it's like every time you go here, you're going to find something new. And even as I said, looking back at this footage, I'm seeing things that I did not even notice in store. And of course, in true HomeGoods fashion, they have plenty of blankets and pillows and anything for those cozy vibes. I loved this ghost blanket, but they also have it in a matching one for Ev, which I wish I would have grabbed them, but I ended up putting them back later on. But look at those pillows, so cute with the ghosts. Just, I wish I could buy all the blankets. Are you a blanket hoarder like I am? Because I have too many, but never enough at the same time. And look at these cute pink jack-o'-lanterns. I so wish I was in a place where I could just spend money, but this is $100. But it was very nice. Like, it was some thick plaster, I assume. If they would have had a set of two, I would say this would look absolutely fantastic on a front porch, on either side of a door. And then look at this pumpkin. I almost took this, but I could paint something like that. And that's kind of like my problem. I feel like half the time I'll see prints and all these little things that I'm like, I would so buy this, but I know I can make it. So like, I don't feel like I should spend the money on it. Do I ever make it? No, it's just an idea, but I could if I wanted to. Another thing I really love about HomeGoods is the amount of glassware that they have. Like, look at these salt and pepper shakers. If I was at the point that I would change this out every holiday, I would have so grabbed them. But they have all these cute glasses that are really good dupes from Anthro. And then I loved this plate. I just wish they would have had more than one. I only could see this one. I didn't find anywhere else. But you'll see in a minute, I did find the invert version, so there was a white with black ghosts, but it just didn't look as good to me. But then they have all these cute little party things that you could ever use, or little kid things like that tic-tac-toe is so adorable. In a minute, I grabbed some of those coffee cups because I was like, man, this would be a great idea for going back to work. My maternity leave is ending next Wednesday, so I will be going back to work, and I need to be taking that coffee with me now that I've gotten it down. But yeah, they just have a lot of really fun seasonal things that you can get, and they're really inexpensive. And especially if you're trying to build a boo basket for your kids or someone else in your life, you without a doubt can fill up a basket pretty quick here. The amount of times that I put these coasters back in my basket and back on the shelf was ridiculous. And this cute little cutting board, I wanted the flat one that I've been seeing, but I couldn't find it. That one, I just don't know how I could style it. But look at this bar cart. If you were a person who has a lot of space in your house, this would be really cute, or even on a back porch, I guess, if you have a nice covered one. And then here's more of those party supplies and puzzles and fun stuff like that. I love these. They are really good quality, thick pieces, so kids don't have to worry about them falling apart. And then let's always talk about the mug selection. We know that it is always giving. I could go and buy probably 5 mugs every time I go here. I don't, but I could, and that's the point. They are so fantastic. I wish I would have grabbed this one. I loved the ceramic detail on the bottom. It just made it feel very like hand tossed. I will say, if I was disappointed with anything in this store, it was the tableware selection. So there was like not as many linens as I feel like they normally have, at least in a variety of colors and patterns. It all seemed very much the same. Which I know Halloween is mainly black and orange, but I don't know, there's just nothing that really jumped out to me. But peep the super cute dog toys. I always find something for Lady here. And in a minute, you're going to see the very last clip is something that is Christmas inspired and possibly might be how I redo my kitchen with decor this year. Alright, you guys, as usual, HomeGoods has an absolute ton to sift through. They probably have, at least for me, I'm not a huge Halloween person, so I'm just slowly kind of getting into the swing of Halloween now that I have children. I definitely stay on the cutesy side, so you will not see any crazy, spooky, scary things around here, but we still want to celebrate this time of year. But as usual, HomeGoods has a ton to choose from. They have a huge selection of items, and I wish I had an endless budget because I would have gotten so much. I should have showed you everything I had in my cart. I tend to be the type of person who, as I'm going through the store, I put things in my cart, try to bond with it a little bit, and then by the time I leave, I see if it's something I really, really want. Or I calculate the entire total up, kind of see where I'm at, and get rid of items that way. So we are going to jump into, I would say this is a pretty big haul for me. This is a pretty decent size haul, especially since I don't hardly have any Halloween decor. So we're going to jump in and I will show you guys what I got. All right, I'm trying to figure out where to start. I got a very wide range of items, obviously to decorate with, but then I got a couple of kid type things for my daughter, kind of thinking about a boo basket situation, and then like found an item to craft with. I'm making this so much more difficult than it needs to be. Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this absolutely adorable puzzle that I found. I got this obviously for Everly. We're going to put it in her boo basket, but it's just a very cutesy type puzzle. The pieces are very thick, but they're also large enough that for someone her age, she can work on it. This size puzzle is 300 pieces. It ends up making a 20 by 20 poster. All right, the next thing I grabbed for her was this cute little book. I thought it was just a regular like reading book at first, but it's actually a decorate. It's called a Press Out and Decorate Halloween. So inside there are several different designs and things like she can color them. Now, kind of going off of the puzzle train I was on, I guess, I also got myself a puzzle. It's really cute. It's called Wicked Potions Puzzle. But the reason I really grabbed this, not only do I enjoy doing puzzles, but the box it comes in is a book. I could actually use this as decor. I'm thinking about maybe putting it over there, although I don't have anything else that's pink really, but I just thought this was gorgeous. This is a 500 piece puzzle, so it's a little bit bigger. So I feel like I can have a lot of fun with this and have like a really nice cozy night in here with all the fall and Halloween vibes I have going on. Okay, moving on. I am going to do a tablescape. If you are also someone who's been around for a while, you will know that I like putting together tablescapes because I love hosting, but I've never done a Halloween themed one. So I got these cute napkins. They are sparkly, they have jack-o'-lanterns on them, and I feel like it's just the right amount of touch to have that spooky without being scary. It's very cutesy, if you will. But I love that it has this like scallop edge detail. They are, like I said, sparkly, but not the kind of like glitter that comes off on your hands. It's woven into the fabric. Now, to go along with our tablescape that we're doing, I did find some china. I don't know if you call it fine. It's called fine porcelain. So to me, I feel like that's china. But I grabbed this plate. I thought was super cute. Most of them were really like, okay, when I say I guess scary, I don't like skulls. So you won't ever see me really decorating with anything with skulls. It's just very, I don't know, not my thing. But this had a very beautiful floral pattern around it, with a haunted house in the middle with a little witch and some bats. So it has that like spooky vibe that I like, but it's very elegant. You have the edge of this plate that's kind of like a scalloped, and it's rimmed in gold, and it's just a absolutely gorgeous design. However, they only had 2 of these. I normally like to get any sort of place settings that I set up in a set of 8 because that's how many chairs I have around my table. I have dialed it back a little bit with themes like this because this is mainly for my family, so I usually will at least try to get a set of 4, but they only had 2, which I was super bummed about. So I had to get 2 of these, and I grabbed 2 other plates I will show you. So again, not my fave, but I feel like they do both have like that scalloped edge, black details, and then there is also gold on there that kind of matches the vibe of the other one, and then little witches. So obviously not the exact same, but I feel like for the sake of what I'm wanting for it, it works. If I had the choice, I would have just gone with the set of these plates. But when I look online, because on the back you can see who they're from, and I looked online and people are buying these and reselling them for 80 bucks, like 50 to 80 bucks depending on the person, for a set of 2. I got these 2 plates for literally $14. They were $7 a piece. People are crazy. So I don't know if it's just like there's something about this plate, or I just have good taste, or whatever. Very pricey. This is also a lot thinner, and this one's pretty thick. This plate was more expensive by $1. I mean, it's not like, no, $2, it's $9. Ugh. Why is that so much more expensive? Okay, hopping right along. So I did get an absolutely ginormous candle. I am so excited to light this baby. So technically it's not Halloween themed, but it's orange, and it's pumpkin spice and vanilla, and it smells like an absolute dream. I love the tag that's on it is velvet, and it has this description of it. It says harvest pumpkin swirls with velvety vanilla and sweet buttercream highlights infused with spicy cinnamon over golden nutmeg and aromatic allspice. Aromatic? Oh gosh, I probably sound dumb now that I can't even read that. But it is a ginormous candle. It has 5 wicks on it. It smells so good. I love like the sweet bake smells, and it's not super strong. Like there's some pumpkin spice stuff that is way too spicy. Somebody went ham on that, but this is the perfect balance for someone like me. If you checked out my last video, which was making our fall bucket list, you would have seen the coffee mug that I was using. It is currently in my sink and I have not washed it, but I got another one as well, so I have two that are part of the same set. I love these mugs because they're big, but they're not bulky. And what I mean by bulky is they're not heavy. This is like the lightest weight mug I have ever bought, and I absolutely love it. And it's not like so light that I feel like it's fragile. Obviously it's porcelain. It would break if you dropped it, probably on a hard surface. However, I get the huge volume that I want on the inside, but it is very lightweight. I have very like weak wrists. This is the perfect cozy size mug that you can actually hold on to. And then to go right along with our coffee theme we have going, I did pick up this pumpkin spice syrup. It is sugar-free, 0 calories, 0 sugar. I actually like it. It's the first 0 sugar syrup that I have tried. Obviously, I have already been using it. I poured half of it into my little dispenser thing on my coffee bar that we decorated together. All right, moving on. I actually picked this up because Everly told me that morning that she ran out of soap in her bathroom. So I found this really cute liquid hand soap, and you have to make sure at Home Goods that you're paying attention because the soaps and the lotions are all mixed together and they look the same. So to me, this kind of looks like it should be a lotion bottle, but it's actually hand soap. But it just has the cutest little designs on it. So I thought that'd be perfect for her bathroom. Has the little ghost, but it has gold foil around it and all those beautiful flowers. So to me, it's like, it's Halloween themed, but very girly at the same time. Okay, I saw a couple of these garlands. Obviously, I showed you guys, and I was going to pick up ones that were just pumpkins at first, so they were very just fall. But then I came across this one that was hidden in the back, and it was just little ghosties and jack-o'-lanterns. So perfect mix for me to have in my Halloween decor with the fall stuff. I think I am also gonna drape that right there on that little dresser. It's really funny that the brand, I guess, is called Candy Corn Lane. There's no candy corn on it. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think Everly will really like this. Okay, now this might actually be one of my favorite picks that I found while we were there. You did see this with me, but it was these little village houses that are so stinking cute. I've always loved the idea of like the Christmas village houses, and now everyone does them for like every holiday, but I don't have any. So I picked up a set of 3. So we have this one. This looks like the main building to me. It's the largest, and it says spooky at the top, has a number on the door. These also light up, so I haven't put batteries in them yet. Just, they look so adorable. I'm sorry, but like, you're telling me at night, like being in here with all the lights I have going and these lit with the little, like the glitter on it, perfect. And then there was this cute one, and this one, I guess it is pink. It looked like it was a cream color, but maybe it's a very, very light pink that says witches. And I just love the little detail on the porch and the scalloped edge, little ghosts like in the window. Totally adorable. This was the 3rd one I found, called the Academy, and this one is, I guess this one's actually cream, so maybe it works out. Maybe this could be like Brothers Village House, Everly's, and then Dylan and I can have the big spooky mansion in the middle. But thought these were absolutely adorable and I had to grab them. They are made out of cardboard, which I did not realize until later on. I guess my mind just assumed that it was tin. But it is made out of cardboard, a very thick cardboard. It's been lathered in like glue and stuff to stay put, so it's not like, you're not just gonna like crush it, but definitely something that when we're packing away our items, we'll have to make sure that these are secure. All right, so this next item I got in the mindset for 2 reasons. First off, it is something I can do with Everly. It is a craft thing, so obviously we have these little pumpkins that comes with a set of paints. I was like, okay, she would love to do this. She loves painting, loves doing anything crafty, but it's a set of 4. So my idea is for us to paint these like the, oh, my clock's gonna be playing in the background, isn't it? I'm like very impatient. I want to just talk over it and hope that you don't hear it, but you probably will. Okay, now that the clock's done making noise, I got this set of pumpkins. I thought we could paint them like that viral terracotta pumpkin that is very popular, but then paint really cute jack-o'-lantern faces on them, and then it will be like our family on pumpkins. I know I'm very cheesy and corny like that, but I mean, it was just perfect. There's 4 of us, 4 pumpkins. So, and then I think to make it still like a decor piece that I can use every year, that's why I want to paint it like the terracotta. All right, another thing that HomeGoods has a plethora of is pillows. I have been wanting to have themed pillows in here in the living room forever, so I'm trying to slowly integrate that. But I saw these pillows and I just had to have them. They're so cute. They're very fluffy. They're huge. I would say this is like a 20 by 20 pillow. But the ghosts are just like really cute. So it has that like Halloween feel, but it's not overwhelming. And then obviously the pumpkins and the stars on it. Super duper cute. Like I said, they're very fluffy and I can't wait to throw these in here because I will definitely be laying on these. Multi-purpose, right? You gotta have something functional. You can't just cover up your couch with pillows that you take off when you sit down. This will be one that I use. All right, so speaking of cozy things, I found this little guy, so adorable. It is a plushie that has been sewn. I love the detail of the fabric and how it was made, but a little ghost says boo with a bow tie, so adorable. But it actually has a very thick, heavy weighted base on the bottom, so you can set this on a tabletop or the floor or wherever, a shelf, however you want to style it. It does not have to just be a senseless stuffed animal. You can use this for decor, but I just saw it and knew that this would be perfect for my kids. All right, we are almost done. I have 2 more things to show you guys. So I got a set of towels for the bathroom, obviously with my kiddo in mind, but I like the mix of colors, so it has orange, blue, pink, and purple. So I figured this will be so perfect for the kids as they get older because it's not just girly and it's not just for boys. So it has like boyish colors and girls, and it kind of looks like it's reversible to me. So on this side you have the long stripes that are thick and white ghosts, but then on this side it's very pastel in the background and the ghosts stick out. So I really love that. It's almost like you get 2 towels in one, and they're very thick for hand towels. I feel like very plush, so love that. I did get a set of 2, so honestly I might put one in our bathroom. All right, so the very last thing I got, it's pretty bulky, is this doormat to go outside. So hopefully you can see the whole thing. I did not get this from HomeGoods. I got this at the Dollar General Market of all places, so it is a little bit different I think than the regular Dollar General. They have a whole home decor section. And I picked up this mat because it is huge, it's weighted, it's very much like the popular vibe for decor this year, and it was $8. Let me say that again, it was $8. If I tried to buy something like this at HomeGoods or Hobby Lobby or anywhere else, it would have been twice, if not 3 times. Like I feel like it would have been like 25 bucks to have a doormat like this, and that's being like on the generous side. Like I don't feel like you find these kind of mats that affordable. But it's so cute. Look at those little ghosties. Anywho, guys, that I believe is everything. I think I showed you everything I got in my HomeGoods shopping haul. So yeah, I am so glad you guys came with me today to go shopping, and I hope you found some stuff that you also liked, so maybe you can go try to find it in your store, or in the very least you had some inspiration and just got to hang out with me while I'm chatty. But I am so glad that you stopped by. Please give this video a thumbs up if you made it all the way through the video and you're excited for all the new content coming your way, or leave a comment down below because I would love to chat with you guys. But I hope you have the best day ever, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!